We were talking about how our guest got involved into the business family business rather, and then he has some other aspirations too. Yes, Mr. Jahangir. Before we started, we came on the show, we were talking about your other aspirations, particularly that will bring you close to the people.
People, yes, that's correct. Down the line, we were doing business, and still we are doing business, and continuously we are growing, developing. And as I mentioned earlier, I'll be going for a conference because we are bringing up 2 more hotel chains in Dhaka. And from the childhood, I saw my father doing charity works here and there, helping people. He's been involved in all, charity organizations and everything.
You have your own charities, or
no?
Do you cooperate with other?
Cooperate with other charities, and he started to form a system of helping people rather than just giving any amount to certain organization.
Like they say, making them to learn how to fish rather than to provide them with fish.
So I've also tried to follow him, and from a very young age I'm also doing charities. But again, as our religion says, and my father said to me as well, you shouldn't help someone and let people know that you have helped him or her.
Yes.
So with this aspiration in mind, I've been doing charity works, helping people, helping people at my local area, outside my local area. But whenever we go to our village home, which happens to be in
Biani Bazar,
Golabganj and Biani Bazar constituency in Bagirghat village, our family members, friends, they never want to go back again. The reason being, there is nothing to spend time on, or there is nothing, the road systems, the infrastructures are so bad that they even do not want to go back. What happens normally, if you go to a village home, you feel very good. Whenever there is a holiday, you try to go with your family, spend time there. But unfortunately, in our constituency, you see, our constituency has a lot of expat people from London, America, Middle East, Bangla jake bole probashito uddhoshito elaka. So দেখা যায়
সারা সিলেটই তো প্রবাসীরা
সারা সিলেটে আমাদের এলাকায় অনেক বেশি. It happens to be a lot of people. There is at least one member from each family.
A great number of people here living in London are from Biani Bazar.
Are from Biani Bazar and Golabganj. But I came to know, and I see for myself, that now people are starting making homes in Dhaka, buying flats in Dhaka rather than doing anything in the village. And if I ask them, why are you buying a flat in Dhaka? You don't live here.
Right.
So no, whenever we come for holiday, the kids do not want to go to Sylhet. There is nothing, and the road systems or the electricity system or the utility systems are so bad.
Right.
There is no, continuous electricity. Even there is, there are places where there is no gas. There are all sorts of complaints and everything. So rather than these complaints, I, always request them, why don't we try to develop the area? Because, and they, the immediate feedback answer I get from them, the expats, that yes, we are helping a lot from London or America. We have got charities, we have got trusts and things like that. And when I ask them, what did you do with the trusts or help of these charities?
But most of them, I mean, sorry to disturb, most of them, they are madrasa based or yatim khana, see. And I often say that, are there any poor people in Sylhet, really? See, because these charities have been collecting funds for such a long time. See, it must be full of educated people, rich people by this time. See,
it should have been. Yes. It should have been the case, but unfortunately, it's not the case. And yes, as you mentioned, rightly mentioned, there are charities which raise money for madrasas, masjids, and everything. Apart from that, there are very strong, charities, trusts like Golabganj Education Trust, Biani Bazar Education Trust. They try to do their best to, do roads, private roads, clinics, hospitals, donating on schools, helping the poor people whose children cannot go to schools. these are very strong organizations. But down the line, I again have had several meetings with them, with very renowned people from the society, and I found out that whatever they are trying to do is very limited. It's not enough for the constituency or the area. You can always do charities, or even from the trust you can develop a village road,
right.
Union Parishad road.
Right.
But it's not possible for collective trust or collective charities to develop
The entire system.
entire system, or at least a constituency. Because I was watching 3 days back advocate's lecture from Haiti regarding a Haitian scenario at present. She rightly mentioned, and I do agree with her, that charities cannot bring development. Charities are meant to be temporary. It's not a permanent solution.
It's like a crutch, for a person who cannot walk
For a
properly.
permanent solution, you need a long-term development plan and a sustainable development plan. We do have plans. We hear a lot of plans, and I would like to, in the meantime, because I do not want to, distract the viewers regarding your question. I came into this, platform, or rather, I'm trying to get into the platform to help people in a broader perspective.
Right.
So when you are, saying that, you need a platform or a chair to help the people. So, for helping the people, I, as an individual or as an organization, I cannot help people. I can help them temporarily, but for the permanent solution, I was, before the show began, we mentioned about our constituency that very few people know that we have 2 national rivers plying through our constituency, Shurma and Kushiera.
It's very surprising, isn't it? Because the level of education is very high in Bayani Bazaar.
Yes, it is. It is high education, but I have, as I mentioned, I have got some reservations. The percentage is high,
Right.
but I have reservations regarding the quality of the education.
How that percentage is worked out?
I believe it's the passing numbers or percentage in matriculation and intermediate.
Right. See.
I believe in rather more of a practical education. See, nowadays,
Yes.
even in London, in USA, in America, everywhere they believe in more of a practical education, vocational training. Unfortunately, in our constituency, there is not a single one of that sort of institution.
And it's a constituency, so about 200,000 persons, isn't it?
In Bayani Bazaar, it's 200,000, and in Gulabganj, again, another 220,000 odds. So it's
So nearly 500,000.
500,000, and we have got 22 unions and 2 Poroshobas. So it's a
You have
very large.
You have a lot of HSC colleges, and also you have a lot of degree colleges there.
We do have schools, colleges, 3 or 4 degree colleges. But again, as I mentioned, quality education that matters, and we cannot only call the SSC and HSC passed.
Who are the teachers when you talk of quality?
The teachers, obviously, the government appoints the teachers for the government schools. The private governing body appoints the private, school teachers. I do not want to blame the teachers. I rather do not want to blame anyone, but it's our lackings. We lack behind that we do not have a vocational institute, a technical institute, a polytechnic institute in Gulabganj or Bayani Bazaar.
Are you trying to say that people of Bayani Bazaar and Gulabganj, they're capable enough of establishing on their own vocational training institute, but it has not been done so far?
Yes, so I believe that no one has taken any initiative for that. Now, again, you may ask, why do you, prefer a more vocational institution or a polytechnic institution? Because see, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, Probashi Oddoshito Elaka. So people will go abroad,
Right.
do their hard work,
They have to be suitably qualified.
suitably qualified. For example, if a qualified technician from India gets $1,000 per month, the technician from our village will get $200, or from Bangladesh, for
Right.
example, will get $200 because he lacks that training, or maybe it was a 6 months diploma, maybe a 1 year diploma.
Right.
So we do not have that. We do not have that. And from my own like conscience, I started to go to my village very often for last 2 or 3 years. And
Do you have a base there?
I do have a base. We have our home. I do have
Apart from
friends.
having a home, I mean, do you do business there? Do you have
No, we
run
do.
charities there?
We do not have any business as such. Yes, we do have lots of lands where we do. My father does agro-based business, but whatever the income is, he spends more on charities in that area. And after going there, I realized that people are very much unaware of the fact that whoever is running the show, from the top view, it could be a member of parliament, it could be a Upajila Parishad chairman, could be a Purushabha chairman. But people really do not know what is going to happen in future.
Right.
Because I found out that there is no plans from the government or from the member of parliament or the union Parishad chairmans. These are the plans which should be open book, and these are the time frames.
These MPs, aren't they supposed to spend a good deal of time in their own constituency, meeting the people, seeing where the problem is, talking with them, having open meetings? Isn't
They are
that happening?
supposed to do. Yes, you're quite right. They are supposed to do. But I believe our member of parliament, the education minister, Mr. Nurul Samnaid, he must be very much busy with the education ministry. And rather than I believe in blaming anyone, as I mentioned earlier, I rather have plans of my own and chalk out the plans for the future.
Right.
Because I do not want to become a politician. I rather want to become a people's person, a
Right.
people's representative.
So you have intentions of running for the parliament from your area?
Inshallah, if Allah permits, yes, I will.
As an independent
As
candidate?
an independent candidate, because I do believe, as an independent candidate, I can go to places, get closer to the people, see their problems, and with their problems in mind, first time in Bangladesh, I'm going to do a constituency-based manifesto. And after doing the manifesto, people will know what are my plans, what I can do. Rather, anytime before, like we have been independent for 45 or 46 years. We are very much unfortunate in the sense that we have, now we have running finance minister and education minister. But after independence, we had, for good 35 years, we had the speaker, finance minister, we had the speaker, and current finance minister, education minister. But I cannot see any glamorous achievements or development works in the greater Sylhet, let alone Sylhet 6. And I do have plans, for example, and we do have a lot of tourist spots in Sylhet. But we need to do it from the bottom-up approach rather than the top-down approach.
Well, the developing tourist spots should be much more profitable now, because we have a Dhaka, London, rather than Sylhet, a London flight. Okay, we'll be discussing these things later. Thank you for being with us. We'll be back after this short break. Thank you.